Welcome to Secrets for Weight Loss, brought to you by ProGen Weight Management. Each week, we'll explore effective strategies and practical tips for achieving your weight loss goals. Whether you're just starting your journey or looking to enhance your understanding, you're in the right place. Remember, this podcast is for informational purposes only and shouldn't replace professional advice. So, grab a healthy snack, and let's dive in.
All right, so are you ready to dive into something pretty interesting today?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're going to be taking a look at the ProGen method, and I know what you're thinking.
Another one.
Right, another weight loss program. But this one's got some interesting claims. They're saying it's a medically supervised European treatment that's been around for over 20 years, and over 1 million people have seen success with it.
Yeah, 1 million people, that's a lot. So it's not just some fly-by-night internet thing.
Exactly, and that's what kind of caught my eye. Like, is there something to this? So that's what we're going to find out today in this deep dive. What exactly is the ProGen method, and what makes it different from everything else we've seen?
Okay, well, first of all, it's based on the very low-calorie ketogenic diet, or VLCKD.
VLCK.
Yeah, you might have heard of the ketogenic diet.
Right.
It's gotten pretty popular.
Yeah.
And basically what it does is it restricts carbohydrates severely so that your body starts burning fat for energy instead of its usual glucose.
Okay, so it's all about like changing how your body uses fuel.
Exactly. And that metabolic state, when your body's burning fat, that's called ketosis.
Okay. But I think we've all heard those warnings about the dangers of really low-calorie diets.
Right.
So how does this ProGen method address those concerns?
Yeah, well, that's where it gets kind of interesting. So they do restrict calories, significantly under 800 a day.
Wow.
But they also say it's really important to get enough protein. And not just any protein. It has to be what they call high biological value protein.
HBV protein.
Yeah, HBD for short.
Okay. I'm going to need you to break that down for me.
Sure. So you're working hard to lose weight,
Right.
but you don't want to lose muscle mass.
No, that defeats the purpose.
Exactly. So HBV protein comes in because it helps to preserve that muscle mass while you're losing fat.
Okay, so it's not just about shrinking your body. It's
Right.
like you said, sculpting it.
Exactly. You want to change your body composition.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense, especially if you're looking for long-term results. And I guess overall health improvements too, right?
Absolutely. And it looks
Yeah.
like they thought about that. Because they offer more than 21 different HBV protein products.
21.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty impressive.
So you don't get bored with the diet.
Right. Variety is key.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got the HBV protein and the low-calorie aspect. But walk me through how the ProGen method actually works, like in practice.
Okay, so they have this two-stage approach.
2 stages? Okay, tell me more.
So stage one is all about kickstarting weight loss. That's where the VLCKD really comes in. Like we talked about, your calorie intake is drastically reduced to get your body into ketosis. And they're claiming an average fat loss of 10 kilograms in a month.
10 kilograms? That's like 22 pounds, right, in a month?
It's pretty impressive.
That's a big claim.
It is.
So how does that compare to other diets?
Well, it's definitely on the faster end.
I bet. But is it even safe to lose weight that quickly?
That's a good question. And they do really stress the importance of medical supervision throughout the whole program.
Okay, so you shouldn't try this on your own.
No, definitely not. And this is where those HBV protein products are important.
Okay, how so?
Well, they provide those essential amino acids to make sure your body's getting what it needs.
Gotcha.
And then as you go through the initial phase, they start adding vegetables back into your diet. So you're getting more nutrients.
Okay, so it's not just a random crash diet.
It's definitely structured.
It seems like they're thinking long term. So what happens after that initial weight loss? What's stage 2 all about?
Okay, so stage 2 is called genetic metabolic adaptation and lifestyle.
Okay.
And this stage is all about making sure the weight loss sticks.
Okay.
And they actually use genetic testing to create a personalized plan.
Hold on, genetic testing.
Yeah.
So this isn't your typical weight loss program.
It's definitely unique.
I am intrigued. Tell me more about this personalization.
Okay, so they use the genetic testing to see how your body responds to different foods. And based on that, they create a diet plan just for you.
Wow.
And then there's a 2-year lifestyle management program.
Years.
Yeah, to help you keep the weight off.
So it's not just about losing the weight. It's about understanding your body and making those changes that last.
Yeah.
I like that. But I do have to wonder, what are the potential downsides of losing weight so quickly? Are there any risks or drawbacks to consider?
You're right to think about that. Losing weight quickly can be motivating, but it's not always the best for everyone.
Right. I can see that.
Like one thing is, if the diet isn't carefully managed, you could end up with nutrient deficiencies.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And there's also the risk of gallstones.
Really?
Yeah, it can happen with rapid weight loss.
I didn't know that.
So that's why it's really important to have a doctor involved to keep an eye on things.
Yeah, definitely sounds like medical supervision is key here. But I'm also thinking about this whole genetic testing thing. Is that really a reliable way to personalize a diet?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, the idea of using genetic information to tailor diet and lifestyle, it's really fascinating. It holds a lot of promise.
I agree.
But the thing is, this field of nutrigenomics, it's still pretty new.
Right, it's not like we've cracked the code on all of our genes.
Exactly. There's a lot of research going on to figure out the connections between genes and food. But we're not there yet.
So it sounds like it's more about potential than proven results at this point.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
Okay, but even if it's not a magic bullet, could it still be a helpful tool?
Oh, absolutely. Think of it this way. Your genes might give you a roadmap,
Okay.
but you still have the power to choose which roads you take.
Right.
What you eat, how much you move, how you manage stress. All of that plays a huge role in your health and your weight.
So genetic testing is just one piece of the puzzle.
Exactly. It's not a replacement for making healthy choices.
That makes sense. Okay, so we've talked about the VLCKD, the HBV protein, the genetic testing, and the importance of medical supervision. But let's zoom out a bit. The ProGen method claims to offer benefits beyond weight loss. They're talking about potential health benefits too.
Yeah, they are.
So what are those claims?
Okay, so they're saying that the ProGen method has the potential to improve or even reverse conditions that are linked to obesity.
Like what kind of conditions?
We're talking about things like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, fatty liver disease, cardiovascular disease,
Wow.
sleep apnea, certain types of cancer, even hypothyroidism.
That's a pretty impressive list, but as always, we have to look at the evidence. What does the research actually say about these potential benefits?
You're absolutely right. We always need to be cautious and look at the science. And when it comes to the VLCKD, which is the basis of the ProGen method, there have been a lot of studies done
Okay.
on its effects on weight loss and related health markers.
And what have they found?
Well, the research suggests that it can be effective for rapid weight loss.
Okay.
And that some studies have shown improvements in things like blood sugar control, blood pressure and cholesterol levels, in people who have obesity and related conditions.
So there is some scientific backing for at least some of the claims.
Yeah, definitely.
But it sounds like more research is needed, especially when it comes to the long-term effects and those specific claims about reversing certain conditions.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's important to remember that these are complex health conditions, and there's no one-size-fits-all solution.
Of course.
But the research on the VLCKD is promising,
Okay, good.
and it suggests that it could be a valuable tool for improving metabolic health.
Especially when it's combined with personalized guidance and support.
Right, exactly.
Which brings us to another important aspect of the ProGen method, the team behind the program. It's not just about the diet itself, it's also about the support system they provide.
Absolutely, it's a big part of it.
So tell me more about that.
Well, the ProGen method takes a multidisciplinary approach.
Okay.
They have a whole team of experts, doctors, dietitians, trainers,
Wow.
even lifestyle and psychological coaches.
So they're really trying to address all aspects of weight loss, not just the physical, but the mental and emotional challenges too.
Exactly, because those can be huge barriers.
Right. They can make it so hard to lose weight and keep it off.
And a lot of programs overlook that.
Yeah, I think so.
And then there's something else interesting. They have trainers who specialize in something called mitochondrial activation training.
Mitochondrial activation training. Now that definitely caught my attention.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
What is that exactly?
Okay, so remember mitochondria from biology class?
Oh gosh, it's been a while.
They're the powerhouses of our cells.
Yeah.
They convert energy from food into a form our bodies can use.
Okay.
And mitochondrial activation training focuses on exercises that improve the function of those mitochondria.
So it's about optimizing our cells' ability to produce energy.
Exactly.
Okay, but how does that tie into weight loss and overall health?
Well, think about it. The more efficient your mitochondria are, the more energy you have. And the better your metabolism works.
Right, that makes sense.
So it can lead to increased energy levels, improved fat burning, and even potential benefits for aging and cell health.
Wow, so it's not just about hitting the gym and sweating it out. It's about working smarter at a cellular level.
I like how you put that.
I'm also curious about Those lifestyle and psychological coaches, how do they fit into all of this?
They're there to help with the behavioral and emotional side of things.
Okay.
So they might provide guidance on behavior modification techniques
Okay.
to help break unhealthy habits and establish new ones,
Right.
and stress management strategies.
Yeah.
Because we all know stress can lead to bad eating habits.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And they can also help you build a supportive environment.
So you don't feel like you're in this alone.
Right, exactly.
That's a really important point. So it sounds like they're giving people the tools and support they need to make lasting changes, not just quick fixes.
Yeah, that seems to be the goal.
But I'm curious, how does this all tie back to the Progen Method's claims about improving overall health? Is there a connection between their approach and those potential benefits we talked about?
That's a great question. And I think the answer is in the holistic nature of the program. So they're addressing the dietary aspects of weight loss.
Right.
But also the lifestyle, psychological, even cellular aspects.
Yeah.
It's a much more comprehensive and sustainable approach.
So it's not just about losing weight, it's about improving metabolic health, managing stress, building healthier habits, optimizing cellular function.
Exactly. They're trying to tackle the root causes of obesity and its related health issues.
And they're doing it from multiple angles.
Right.
But with all this talk about rapid weight loss and these health benefits, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement and maybe overlook potential risks or limitations.
You're right about that.
So what are some things people should be aware of before considering a program like this?
Well, as with any weight loss or health program, you have to be critical and do your research.
Okay.
And most importantly, talk to your doctor.
Of course.
They can help you decide if it's right for you, based on your health history and any conditions you might have.
Right. And any medications you're taking.
Exactly. It's all about personalized medical guidance.
Because what works for one person might not be suitable for another.
That's a really important point.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about the science behind the Progen method, explored its claims and potential benefits, and discussed both its strengths and limitations. So for our listener out there, what are the key takeaways they should be thinking about?
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
It really is. So if I had to sum up our deep dive into the Progen method, I think the biggest takeaways are the rapid weight loss,
Right.
but preserving muscle mass, the personalized approach
Yeah.
with the genetic testing and the lifestyle coaching, and then the potential for improving or even reversing those health conditions that are linked to obesity.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think for me, the thing that stands out the most is that holistic approach.
Yeah, I agree.
They're not just saying, hey, here's a diet, go do it. They're really trying to create a support system to help people make those changes that last.
Exactly. They're addressing the physical, mental, and emotional aspects of it all.
And that brings us back to that question we touched on earlier. If this Progen method really delivers on all its promises, what could that mean for the future of weight loss?
Right, and overall health.
Are we looking at a completely new way of approaching these issues?
It's an exciting thought. I imagine weight loss programs that are tailored to you, based on your genes, your metabolism, your lifestyle,
Wow, yeah.
and not just losing weight, but preventing and reversing chronic diseases.
That would be incredible.
It would be a whole new world.
Whether or not the Progen method is the answer, it's definitely started a conversation
It has.
about the need for these personalized and holistic approaches to weight loss and health.
Yeah, I think that's a big takeaway from this deep dive.
It's given us a lot to think about.
Definitely.
And that's what we love about these deep dives, right? They
Actually,
make us question things
and explore new possibilities.
and learn more about how our bodies work.
Because knowledge is power.
It really is.
The more we know, the better choices we can make.
So to our listener out there, keep digging into this.
Yeah, don't stop here.
Do your research.
Ask questions.
Talk to your doctor. And form your own conclusions.
This is just the beginning of the conversation.
Exactly. And who knows what the future holds.
There could be some amazing discoveries and approaches just around the corner.
Until next time,
Stay curious.
and keep exploring.
Thank you for tuning in. We hope today's episode was informative and inspiring. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and leave us a rating or review. Follow us on Instagram at Progen Weight Management for more tips and updates. If you have any questions or want to reach out for weight loss consultations, feel free to DM us. Until next time, stay curious and prioritize your health.